Hello and welcome to another episode of the Making of a Mompreneur Show. Today's episode is all about one of my favorite times of year, and it's holiday season. But while the world is decking the halls, most of us are also trying to deck our digital stores and still have enough energy left to wrap gifts, show up for the kids, Christmas play, and maybe sip some cocoa without feeling guilty about unfinished to-dos. So let me ask you this. Are you and your business truly holiday ready? Because the holidays aren't just about decorations, they're about preparation, positioning, and profit. We'll talk about that more when we return. Hello, and welcome to another episode of the Making of a Mompreneur Show. I am your host, Rasheeda Green, the founder and CEO of Get Coaching, the host of the Mompreneur HQ community on Facebook, and the creator of the Digimompreneur Academy, where we help moms who are determined to find time, money, and location freedom to start, grow, and scale online businesses so they can build the life of their dreams without neglecting themselves or their families in the process. Now, we do that through a variety of ways, including coaching, content, community, and of course, through our courses in the Digimompreneur Academy. Now, if you are joining us for the first time here, go ahead and put it in the comments, hashtag first time, and let us know where you are joining us from. So if you're joining from Nevada, first time Nevada. If you're watching us live, first live Nevada, let us know where you are joining in to watch us because we want to know the reach of the Mompreneur HQ community as well as this show. And of course, as we are talking about the show, if you haven't already, go ahead, comment or subscribe if you haven't already subscribed to our show so that you can be one of the first to know when we are going live, when we're dropping any new information or promotions. Go ahead and do that now. Okay, I'm just joking with y'all. In today's show, we are talking about holiday ready, how mompreneurs can slay their sales this season. And I'm going to be breaking down 3 strategies that will help you to prepare for your business to promote with purpose and plan ahead for, guess what? The new year. 2026 is upon us, folks. It is upon us. So if you haven't already, make sure that you grab your pen, paper, or digital device. Hey, you can even get yourself a peppermint latte if you like, and maybe even your favorite cozy blanket. Let's get into it. First, we want to start off with audit and automate. You want to prep before you promote. So, first things first, right? We want to talk about getting your business ready before you full on holiday hustle mode. Okay. Before you go on that holiday mode, we just like laser focus. In order to get laser focused, you got to get to auditing what's actually working in your business. So go back, look at your sales reports, look at your statistics, look at your analytics from the past 6 to 12 months. Find out what were your top selling products, what flopped, because we got some flops. Okay, I'm gonna tell you personally, which bundle price point or product photo got the most attention. So when you put up your bundle, when you put up your social media posts, what got the most attention, the most comments, the most likes, the most views, even? Find out what that is. That's part of the first audit step. Then this way, you don't have to start from scratch. You start from success. If it sold before, guess what? It is more likely to sell again. So just give it a seasonal twist, right? You take what worked before, what was so good before, what got attention. And I think, yes, we talked about this before. Whatever you got attention from before, whatever worked before based on your analytics, go ahead and use that same thing, but give it a holiday twist. So that could be adding some festive packaging. It might be the same product, but again, you're making it fresh, you're making it new for the holiday season. You can even rename it the holiday edition. Come on now, the same product, but adding some oomph to it for the holiday. So you can call it the holiday edition, or you can even bundle it with one of your other complementary products. That's what we want to do first on auditing to identify what's working. Then you want to fix the friction points. That would be those things that didn't quite work so well. Let's look at fixing them. Go through your checkout process as if you were a new customer coming into your site. Now, you want to identify, are any of the links broken? Is the cart too confusing? Are there too many options? Are your shipping times realistic? Now we're going into the holiday, and those holiday shipping times, they really do something different during the holidays. That's if you're selling physical products. But of course, if you're a digital online entrepreneur like myself, you don't have to worry about the shipping. But if you're a print on demand business owner, you still have to worry about the shipping, even though you're not shipping it directly. So you want to update your product descriptions to include holiday deadlines, right? So for example, order by December 15th in order to receive by Christmas. You don't want to have somebody ordering on Christmas Eve thinking that they can get your product on Christmas Day. It's not going to happen in most situations. Now, Amazon has come up with some really incredible things, but I don't even know if they're going to be able to handle those Christmas deliveries unless it's down the street from your house, okay? Now, if you're selling digital products, you want to emphasize instant delivery, right? Because now it's about getting something immediately versus having to wait for it to be delivered and having those different delivery times that you have to consider that when you're doing a physical product. So you can say something like, hey, no shipping delays, download and gift it instantly, right? So if you have some digital journals that you want to sell, you can make that a highlight, so to speak, so that people are more attracted to that and say, oh yeah, since it's so close to Christmas, I didn't get a chance to get anything for someone. Let me go ahead and do that. These are things that you can consider as you look to fix those friction points, those issues, and really identify what's going to enhance the sale of your product or service. All right, then you want to automate the essentials. That's right. You want to schedule your emails, your social media posts, and order confirmations early. Why not? It's not going to interfere with anything at this point because it's a matter of turning on a switch or setting a date. But at least if you have it automated, it is there and ready to go when time comes, when push comes to shove. Because sometimes if you're a procrastinator, or maybe not officially a procrastinator, but a multitasker who hasn't gotten to the exact thing that you're supposed to be doing yet. Try to fancy it up, but you know what you are. So use free or low cost tools like Canva's Content Planner, Shopify's Automation Flow if you have those products. And mind you, Shopify can handle digital as well as physical products. And then your ConvertKit sequences to save time. So if you have ConvertKit or any other mail service, you can actually set that stuff up early. Also, you can create auto replies for inquiries. Thank you so much for reaching out. Our small business elves are working hard to get back to you within 24 hours. These little cutesy things that you can add to your automation is really going to help to keep people engaged and remind them of the holiday promotions that are coming up. Now, we talked about your fixing your issues and auditing your checkout process, but also you want to think about visual and vibe refresh. Remember, you don't have to recreate the wheel. This is something that you may be able to use, something you already have, and just repackage it, right? So the same works for your website banner. You want to update that website banner, your email header, and even your profile picture, right? You can add a little holiday flair. Put on some pink and gold ornaments or pink and green ornaments. Get some gift boxes on there, some snowflakes, add a tree, something to make it to zhuzh it up for the holidays. Then you want to also make sure that consistent visuals are on your page to make your shop feel in season and trustworthy, right? Because you don't want to have old stuff out there, then people will think that there's nothing new going on and they may likely pass you by. But you can do a visual refresh on your product, including your social media, right? So when you have those banners on your social media, your profile pic, all that stuff can be refreshed for the holidays. Now, here's what I tell my mompreneurs. Now, some people get on me, particularly my one person I ain't gonna name, about doing the things that we need to do to get ourselves ready, right? So here's what I tell my mompreneurs, digital mompreneurs: you can't market what isn't maintained. So before you post another promo, make sure that your digital home is in order. So think about this: a clean, automated system creates space for more peace and more profit. So I want you to create 1 hour holiday audit power hour. Okay, it's just 1 hour. Choose a time this week, light a candle, and update 3 things: your best selling products. Identify what your best selling products are. We talked about that earlier. And then go ahead and update the product's description. Go ahead and check out your checkout process. Make sure you walk through that. And then also look at your email automations. 1 hour, those 3 things. And that's going to help you in the process of auditing and automating. All right. So, next, we're going to talk about sell the experience, not just the product, the experience. Now that your systems are ready, now that you've done your audit, you've done your tweaking a little bit, let's talk about how to actually sell during the holidays. And here is the truth: people aren't just buying gifts, they're actually buying feelings, and they're buying on emotion. Position your products as the gift they not only want, but the gift they need. Frame your offer around transformation, not just the features. Now, you can say something like, "This planner helps busy moms start for the new year with peace, not pressure." Now, how do what buzzers went off when you heard that? Okay, yeah, I was looking for a planner. Oh, yeah, I'm a busy mom. But start the new year off with peace, not pressure. So these are things that you want to highlight when you're positioning your products. Another would be, "These candles bring calm to the chaos of motherhood." Now, a mother knows about the chaos, right? So if she can get a candle that's going to bring calm, it makes a difference. You want to make your messaging emotional and benefit driven. Another thing you want to do is use holiday storytelling. Now, they already say that storytelling is how you draw people in. So you want to share a story about why you created your product. So it can be a story as simple as, "I remember one Christmas when I was overwhelmed and realized I needed tools to simplify my life. That's why I created this planner for moms like me who want structure and sanity." So you have that appeal to moms who are busy, who get overwhelmed, who want structure, organization, and of course, who want peace and their sanity. So this is how you take a story, why you created the planner, and you give it meaning. People connect to your story before they ever click add to cart. Okay. Now, we talked about earlier how you can look at your products, your best selling products. What you can also do is create themed bundles. That's right. You can mix and match items to create a perceived value and simplify buying decisions, right? So we can come up with a mompreneur marketing kit or a mompreneur morning kit. And that could be something if you're doing physical products like a mug, a planner, affirmation card deck, or the peaceful productivity pack. Now, do you hear the alliteration? Because the name's got to be cute, okay? And this could be something like a digital course plus a guided journal. And then another one of my favorites, how about faith and focus bundle? You can have a devotion journal and a candle. You want to offer gift for a friend options or limited edition wrapping, right? So gift for a friend options basically means buy one, get one free, or buy one, get one half off, or something like that, where you're saying, hey, if you get one for you, you can also get one for someone else. Or you might just have 2 friends or 2 siblings and you can get them the same thing and get it at a discounted price. Another thing you can do is use scarcity and urgency, not the wrong way, but the right way. Because you can create countdowns, only 3 days left, And how about product countdowns? Only 3 left. And that a lot on Etsy and other platforms, right? Or you can just even set an early bird bonus for Black Friday or your Cyber Monday promotion. That gives urgency because, hey, after these special days, you won't get to see this anymore. This is going to be gone or whatever the case may be. So, even when doing that, though, you want to be transparent. Honesty builds long term trust. So, if you say for Black Friday, this is the best deal, please try not to say this is the best deal where it's 50% off and then Christmas you drop it and it's 25%, it's 75% off, right? You make sure you do the wording and the messaging correct. Now, not to say that you can't do that, but you can say, add something like the best price so far this year, because you don't want to get into it where people buy it because of scarcity. Oh my gosh, it's 50% off. And then you hit them because they're on your email list now that they done bought it with a 25% off, 75% off for Christmas. It really doesn't sit well as far as building honesty and being transparent. Okay. Now, the holiday season is an emotional period. It's about nostalgia, generosity, and hope. So your marketing should feel like a, beginning to look a lot like Christmas, right? So it should feel like a gift too. Speak to their hearts, not their wallets. And when you create an emotional connection with your product, sales will flow naturally. What I want to coach you here on to do is coach you to do here is to rewrite one of your product captions using emotional storytelling. End it with a call to action like gift peace this holiday. Your future self will thank you. Something emotional, something that's going to grab their attention and get them to move towards the purchase. Next, plan for the post holiday push. Now, you've prepped, you've promoted, but what happens after the holidays? Now, this is where most small business owners just really lose steam. You're pushing, you're driving holiday sales, and then just conk out. But it won't be you, not this season. We're going to turn your December momentum into January momentum. So we want you to collect data like a CEO because you are a mom boss. You are a mom boss. And so we want you to track your top selling items. Remember, we did that before we started our holiday promotions. And now that the holiday promotions are over, you still get to track that time period for the holiday promotions. Track what the top selling items were there, the customer demographics, if you can pull that information up to see who, what, when, where, and conversion sources. So did they come in through email, Instagram, Etsy? These are things that you want to track, take a look at, and then use that info to do what? To plan your 2026 product roadmap. If self-care journals sold out, maybe launch a New Year reset edition. Same journal, not the same journal, same style, the same thing, product, journals, self-care journals. They sold out. They were moving and shaking. So now create something else that's going to be in the same vein that could potentially do the same types of sales, which is sold out. Okay. If your audience bought those bundles that we talked about putting together, well, create a quarterly subscription box. Can you do that? Next, I say stay in touch after the sale, because that's another thing. People buy the product, then they're on their way, and then that's it. Don't let that relationship end when the package arrives, right? Send a thank you email with a bonus or an invitation saying thanks for supporting our small business. Stay tuned for our New Year Reset Challenge. Thank you supporting our small business. Here's a coupon for your next purchase. You can offer loyalty rewards, sneak peeks, or even early access to your 2026 drops. These are all things that you can do to keep momentum with the sales, the buyers that you've already attained. Because remember, it's easier to sell to someone who's already bought than to get, because they're now a warm or hot lead versus trying to get someone new to get introduced to your products. Another one thing that we'd like to do is our quarterly CEO days. But for this holiday conversation, we want you to host a year end CEO day. Now, schedule this one instead of 1 hour each quarter or each month. You can do 2 hours before New Year's Eve to review your wins, your lessons, and next steps. Now, you can actually use prompts like this: what sold best? Look through all your statistics. What brought me joy? Look at all your wins. What will I let go of in 2026? Those things that didn't work. This I was trying to diversify too much too soon. Maybe I'm going to let that go. And then you turn those reflections into a vision board, or like we call around here, momentum map. Okay. And I know it gets tempting to slow down completely after Christmas because, hey, we are drained. It's the end of the year. We're done. Stick a fork on us. We're done. But remember, your business reflects your consistency, not your chaos. You don't want it to reflect that part. Even a quiet, reflective December can plant the seeds for a thriving January. So, what I want you to do here for your post holiday instruction is to create a post holiday customer flow. So plan your next touch point email or freebie that welcomes buyers into the new year. So I know that we went over a lot. We talked about audit and automating, selling the experience, not just the product, as well as plan for your post holiday push. With that, we have recapped those three things. We want you to get your systems right before promoting. We want you to focus on emotion, not just the item or the product. And we want you to plan the post holiday push because the new year starts. Guess what? Now we're already in it. Think about it. We're already in it. And remember that this season isn't about hustling harder. We don't want you to recreate the wheel. You don't have to create a whole bunch of new products. It's about harvesting smarter. When you prepare in advance, your business can bless your family and your finances. Now, if you want to go deeper into creating your holiday sales plan, I'm walking you through step by step inside the Digimompreneur Academy. We have so many resources to help you. We do have a Black Friday bundle that contains templates, calendars, emails, social media graphics, the works, hashtags, captions, the works to help you to get your holiday promotions up and running quickly. If you are interested, first of all, you know where to find us, www.digimompreneur.com. And it is the Digimompreneur Academy in our services that you'll be able to find all of the options. And guess what? We don't only have just Black Friday bundles inside that community, but we have a whole bunch of items that you can use to self-train because we have courses, we have emails, we have social media graphics, we even have some templates like blogs. It's really a huge database of items that you can use to grow your business, especially now. And you also get the support that we provide in that community with our office hours. And guess what else? We have the Mompreneur HQ community on Facebook, which is an opportunity for you to promote your products as well as just show up and support other mom entrepreneurs. The Digimompreneur Academy is the place to be. You want to be there, especially as you prepare for holiday season and the year to come. We will be hosting some more events because we had such a great time doing our virtual event and our in-person event this year that 2026 is going to be lined up with even more to support our community. So I want you to keep building, keep believing, and keep balancing grace and growth. I want you to know that if no one's told you, you've got this. You've got this. Go ahead, keep your head up. Until next time.